What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys are doing well. It is currently Tuesday morning and we are in for legs today. I've just pulled up at the gym. It's currently 7:10 and I'm absolutely buzzing for this one. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm running an upper lower split probably for the next sort of 4 weeks. I've been doing it for the last 2 weeks and it's working absolute wonders for me. Like, I'm just getting my body acclimatized to the movements again, getting used to the weight again. You know, you'll see in today's session the weight isn't anything crazy at all, but for me at the minute, you know, it's pushing myself. You know, I'm training intensely. And yeah, as the weeks and months go on, we'll definitely build up to those bigger weights again. But yeah, I'm running a little bit late this morning. So let's head inside and smash these legs. Right, here we have it, guys. So on to leg day. This is my 5th leg session since coming back to the gyms. And legs, I absolutely love training them, but my God, do my legs hurt the next day. I can barely walk, and the flights to my flat is about 3 flights, which is definitely not ideal. But luckily, well, I don't know. I do sit down at work. My role is office based, so I do sit down all day, which I don't actually think is great. I think it'd be better to be moving around. So I don't sort of seize up and get all stiff, which I definitely do at work. So I'm trying to make sure that I regularly walk around just to keep the blood flowing and basically not seize up. But yeah, we started off with a lying hamstring curl. I think I mentioned this later on, but I love to start off on leg day with a hamstring movement and a quad movement before moving into those big compounds. Some people argue that the compounds are better to start with, which I do kind of agree for some people. It works better, but for me personally, I like to sort of lubricate the joints a bit, get the blood pumping, and yeah, so then I can push further and push a lot harder in those compound movements, limiting the risk of injury. So here you can see we moved on to a leg extension. At the minute, guys, I'm not doing any crazy weight. I'm purely doing high rep stuff with legs in particular, just to sort of acclimatize my muscles to the movements again. And to be honest, I'm quite enjoying high rep training at the minute. I find it gives me a mad pump, and even the next day, my legs are sort of blown up a bit. Unfortunately, they do come back down, which is a little bit demotivating, but we're going to get there eventually. Leg extension is one of my favorite isolation movements for legs. I just find it's one of the only movements where you can fully contract the quad. So I like to sort of do this at a slow pace, as you can see. Contract a big squeeze at the top of the movement here, and then nice and slow on the way down. You see a lot of people sort of throwing about the weights on the leg extension and the hamstring curl, and for me, I just think that's you're limiting the potential you can get with that. So then we moved on to a leg press. We had a 20 kg plate on each side and a 25 kg plate on each side, and obviously machines. So yeah, nothing too crazy. We went for, I wanted to aim for 15 to 20 reps with this one. I think I did 3 sets I did 1 set of 15, 1 set of 16, and 1 set of 14. So didn't quite hit the rep range that I was going for, but I was trying to go nice and deep, nice and slow on the eccentric part of the movement here as well, as you can see here. So nice and slow, and I'm really focusing on driving through my heels here. A lot of people, you'll see their foot sort of, if that's the platform, they'll see their heels sort of come off, and then you're pushing through your toes, which is definitely not ideal for targeting the quad, and also can cause a little bit of injury. So yeah, on this movement, guys, really try and plant your feet and push through those heels. You can see in my face, I'm absolutely struggling with this. But yeah, who cares what you look like in the gym? Like, you're there to work and you're there to improve in yourself. So, I couldn't really care what I look like. Leg press is one of my favorite leg movements, I have to say. I even prefer it more than squats. Squats at the minute for me is quite a tricky one. You'll see on the next clip, like, I'm doing really low weight and high reps again. So again, I'm aiming between sort of 10 to 15 reps here. But I'm really focusing on depth at the minute because, I haven't performed that movement. My body hasn't been in a squat position for, well over a year. And to go straight into heavier weights is just not a good idea. I've got sort of dodgy knees anyway from when I used to play tennis. I've got a dodgy left knee. So sometimes that can sort of cave out. So I'm really focusing on hitting that depth at the minute. So I'm going nice and deep, driving through my heels as well. I'm really trying to think about, breaking at the hips on the way down, and then driving upwards through the heels on the concentric part of the movement. Again, a high rep range here, just because I thought it's best for me at the minute in the beginning stages of going back to the gym to do high reps, particularly with legs, because yeah, my legs are quite dodgy, as I mentioned before. So I just want to make sure make sure they're nice and lubricated basically. But yeah, I absolutely love this session. It was only 4 movements. I did also do calf raises at the end, but I didn't bother filming that because who the hell wants to see calf raises? But as you can see, yeah, I've got tiny little calves. I'm trying to bring that up, but yeah, great session. Oh, bloody hell. I am absolutely shattered after that. Legs is an absolute killer. Definitely going to work after that is not ideal. But yeah, I'm going to head to work and grab myself a quick shower. But yeah, that was a decent session. Again, the clip's a little bit dodgy. I forgot I got a big tripod, but I forgot to take it. So we had to make do with this little thing. And, you know, either that I could wrap it on a bit of equipment, but like I say, people are literally, so many people are in there. So, you know, they're constantly coming to come and, you know, take plates off and stuff. So I can't really do that. So I'm putting it on the floor, which is not ideal. But yeah, got a big one now. So hopefully the next clips that you see, there'll be a little bit more of me in it. But yeah, it's a decent session. Obviously the weight is not too heavy at all. Squats I'm absolutely shocking at, but I'm trying to focus on getting that depth. You can probably see from the clips, you know, I'm getting nice and deep in that. And yeah, really exploding off the, you know, really pushing through my heels, really exploding off the floor. But just want to end this video with a quick little tip for you guys, and that is, if you're a hard gainer, to be in and out in the gym within, you know, an hour to an hour and a quarter. You know, if you're a skinny guy trying to gain weight, the worst thing you can do is be in the gym for sort of 2 or 3 hours. It's absolutely not ideal. You know, after sort of the first hour, your power is going to be reduced, so you're not going to be able to put as much sort of effort into the movements, not going to be able to lift this heavy weight, and also, you know, you're going to be burning a lot more calories than you need. So your bang for your buck isn't really going to be there. So I personally like to be in and out of the gym within an hour to an hour and a quarter. You know, with that, you can afford to sort of warm up within each exercise, which I definitely recommend. Do not go into a movement cold. It's literally the worst thing you can do. I did it sort of a couple of years ago, and I was out of action for a good month. You know, went into squats sort of fresh off the bat, and yeah, not good. Also, another thing that I want to mention is on leg day, I like to do my squats last, actually, which is somewhat controversial. You know, some people say you know, you should do it first because, you know, it's the biggest bang for your buck movement, which I completely agree with. But for me, like, I like to warm up the legs first. So, you know, warm up with the leg extension, warm up with the ham curl. I probably could have done squats and then leg press afterwards, because the leg press is incredibly fatiguing. But definitely recommend doing leg extensions and any sort of hamstring work before any big compound with legs, just so you're nice and warmed up. You know, you can get that deeper range of motion, and yeah, I feel like you can really push yourselves a lot more. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that voiceover there. Another sort of short and sweet video this week. Please let me know in the comments down below any sort of video ideas that you guys want to see in the future. Now we're out and about, you know, I can sort of do what I want now, which is pretty surreal, to be honest. You know, I started this channel during lockdown, I believe. Well, actually, it was during the sort of month period of when we were able to do stuff, and then it quickly got shut down, and yeah, sort of went into full lockdown mode. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. As always, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. I think we are literally like 4 or 5 subscribers off as of filming this on Tuesday. So hopefully on Friday we can, or by the weekend, we can hit 300 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that button, and I will catch you guys next week for the next one. Peace.